Kris Jenner and Corey Gamble are breaking up. Allegedly, he's asking for a big payday. Insiders reveal that Corey has put his own career on hold whenever him and Kris started dating. They've been together for over 10 years. Insiders are saying he feels like he is the glue that has kept this family together, and he's not leaving without compensation.
I wouldn't want to be in the shoes of either Kim or Beyonce right now, because Corey Gamble is out here threatening to leak their private freak-off tapes with Diddy if Kris Jenner doesn't agree to pay him over $100 million in settlement for his time with her. Mind you, Kris didn't marry this man just so she could avoid having to pay him a dime when they finally separate. But it looks like Corey was plotting his own way to still get that check regardless. And now Kim and Beyonce have been dragged into it. Word on the street is, Kris bought Kim and Beyonce's freak-off tapes from Diddy just months before Cassie filed her lawsuit. And Corey actually got a glimpse of it. No one is really surprised about Kim being involved in this mess because she already has a tape out there with Ray J, and Ray J came out a while back to reveal that Kris paid him to do that tape with Kim. Beyonce, on the other hand, is the one who really had people gagging because we thought she was a saint. But baby, it's looking like we've been lied to. This entire mess started when Radar Online put out an explosive article titled "Kris Jenner and Corey Gamble are on the brink of a split, Momager's much younger boy toy, planning to demand a massive payout, or he's spilling Kardashian family secrets." This was the last thing anyone was expecting to wake up to, but baby, if you thought that headline was messy, wait till you hear the demands Corey is making and the things he's threatening to reveal. According to reports, Kris and Corey have been going through it for a while and recently started talking about possibly breaking up. But Corey isn't willing to walk away unless he's compensated $100 million for staying with Kris and apparently being her protector for the last 10 years. Sources told Radar Online the relationship has been hanging by a thread for a long time now. They can't seem to go anywhere without arguing. Kris constantly ridicules him in public and he's not taking it anymore. He refuses to be Kris's doormat, and now everyone knows the score. It's just a matter of time before they go their separate ways. People were shocked to hear about him threatening to reveal the family's secrets, but the news about the breakup wasn't actually that surprising. Back in June of this year, when the Kardashians attended Jeff Bezos' wedding, Kris and Corey were trending for the wrong reasons, after a video went viral of Corey getting into a heated exchange with Kris when they boarded the water taxi. It's unclear what exactly caused the argument, but Kris was visibly upset and wanted Corey out of the water taxi. And just a few weeks ago, they were caught arguing again during Beyonce's Cowboy Carter tour. This time, the race got so heated that Kris walked away from Corey and Khloe had to step in and calm Corey down. Kris literally left him talking to himself, y'all. It's clear as day that she's over this man, and honestly, he's over her too, but it doesn't mean he's going to let her dump him and just move on without getting anything in return. Fortunately, he's taking his anger out on Kim and Beyonce. Now, when it comes to the exact content of what he has against them, no one really knows. But people think they have an idea, and according to them, it's all linked to those alleged freak-off tapes they have with Diddy. People started digging into Kim's connections to Diddy when she unfollowed Diddy right before his house got raided. Even when everyone was on his neck for the Cassie lawsuit, she was still riding for him till a few hours before his house got raided. Word on the street is, she got word that it was about to happen and decided to detach herself from him, just in case they found something that went against her too. People started doing some digging and they actually found a lot of receipts that seemingly proved Kim's involvement in Diddy's money laundering schemes and shady dealings to pay off his SA activities. Apparently, Kim had been working with the shady Hollywood manager and owner of the Hollywood management company TriStar Sport, Lou Taylor. Now, for those of y'all who don't know Lou, she is the owner of the entertainment, where she manages several celebrities, including Diddy, Justin, and all the Kardashians. Lou was reportedly also the mastermind behind Britney Spears' conservatorship. But that isn't the worst of it, because if y'all remember, Kris Jenner got exposed a while ago for opening up a church called California Community Church, where all the members are required to pay a $1,000 a month as membership fee and donate over 10% of their earnings to the church's tithes. Initially, people thought this was a scheme orchestrated by Kris to help her and her daughters get a tax write-off, but it turns out it's actually bigger than that. Apparently, Lou Taylor is also a board member at this church, and they have been secretly receiving huge sums of money from Diddy to use in paying off his victims. Since the money is coming from the church, it looks like they are just donating money out of the kindness of their heart to these victims, when in reality, they are paying them hush money.
Y'all, 24 hours before the raid, Kim Kardashian decides to unfollow Diddy, right? Well, come to find out, this person by the name of Lou Taylor is apparently Diddy's manager. And this Lou Taylor woman is also on the board of Hillsong's church home. Follow me, go with me. They are doing all of this, child, in the name of the Lord. Just follow the story. Now, to cover myself, everything in this video is alleged, honey. This is what I digged up, and I don't know how much truth is to it, but there's reportings, okay? So everything that I'm saying is allegedly. Keep that in mind. So, Lou Taylor apparently is paying off, allegedly, some of Diddy's victims from this slush fund through some church fund, okay? Not only that, Kim Kardashian mama has been making these girls pay 10% tithes to some church that Lou Taylor and her husband is basically owner, co-owner, or whatever. So I was like, let me look into this Lou Taylor person. I'm thinking Lou Taylor was a guy who was a woman with a husband, whole husband, and they doing ministry and everything. Now, mind you, y'all remember the whole thing with Britney Spears? So come to find out, Lou Taylor, this gets deep, y'all, hold on. Okay, so Lou Taylor is the CEO of TriStar Sports and Entertainment. She's like a business manager icon. Now, Mike, do y'all know the Lohans? What's the Lindsay Lohan? So she apparently, allegedly, she has been behind most of these stars' conservatorship situations, especially Britney Spears. So before we talk about Britney, Mike Lohan, which is the Lohan girl, Lindsay Lohan's daddy, accused Lou Taylor and the mama Dina Lohan for trying to put Lindsay Lohan in a conservatorship concerning her money. Also, allegedly, there's a lawsuit from 2021 with Astroworld tragedy, and she's being sued for employment discrimination. This is what this Lou lady is. Now, Lou Associates maintain intense control also over Britney Spears' life and money. And she was behind even the conservatorship of why Britney Spears had that conservatorship, because she ended up becoming the business manager and took over the financial pieces of Britney Spears' whole situation.
This is something that Lou and her husband have been doing for years, and they've made millions of dollars. In fact, during the time that the Free Britney movement was going on, some of Britney's fans also did a dive into the whole thing and discovered that Kim and her entire family profited a whopping $600 million from Britney's conservatorship. The fan who made this discovery made a post saying, "If you're Lou Taylor and you need to hide $600 million, would Kim's estate be a logical place to try and hide it? If you're following the conspiracy, that means the money could have went from Britney's trust to Stonebridge to Panama back into the US, through Kim's trust, and over to Kylie Jenner." Now, when it comes to Beyonce, there have also been long-standing rumors about her also rolling in the dirt with Diddy, but the allegations got worse when the lawyer, Ariel Mitchell, got on national television and hinted at her being in a freak-off tape, which was now getting auctioned off to the highest bidder. She didn't explicitly mention Beyonce's name, but she said a client reached to her to represent them in the sale of a freak-off tape between Diddy and a certain high-profile celebrity. Ariel said she got to see the video herself, and according to her, the other high-profile celebrity in the video is even more high-profile than Diddy.
Just recently contacted by someone who wanted me to essentially represent them in the sale of one of the Diddy tapes. So, which I declined that because...
Wait a minute, say that again. Say that again, back up. You're saying that there's tapes and they're being shopped?
Yes, there have been people already shopping.
We've heard about the tapes, but
yes.
The shopping thing is
yes, there already have been tapes leaking around Hollywood, being shopped around to individuals in Hollywood. But one particular person contacted me to shop a particular video they were in possession of and to contact the person who was in the video to see if they were interested in purchasing the video before it became a public knowledge.
I've heard this before, so like a catch and
kill, correct.
Wow. Can you, and I guess you can't reveal the person who is on
No,
this
I can't
tape.
explain who the person was, but Mr.
High profile?
Mr. Combs was in the tape, and this other person is, I would venture to say, more high profile than Mr. Combs.
Really? Really? And you've seen it? Or
I've seen stills of the video.
Okay.
So
you can verify
that it exists, that it's real, that the other person in the video is very visible. It's no question if it's that person in the video. And I can tell the video was pornographic in nature.
Oh, my. All right. So we know that he videotaped a lot of activities at his home, did he? And it sounds like there was probably a lot of hidden cameras as well. Is that what is being talked about?
Yes. This was actually in his Atlanta home, at
Okay.
a home he had in Atlanta at one point. And it does seem that the person isn't like looking into the video. So it's, to me, doesn't seem like that person knows they're being videotaped. It doesn't seem like they're active participant in the videotaping, like they're being surreptitiously recorded it.
All right.
She didn't mention the name of the celebrity, but people seem to believe it's Beyonce. There are only a few other celebrities who are more high profile than Diddy, and Beyonce is one of those few. As if this wasn't bad enough, a video later went viral of the baby spilling major tea about the time he got invited to Diddy's house to have a secret, intimate meeting with Diddy, Beyonce, and Jay-Z. According to the baby, Beyonce actually walked up to him to introduce herself, almost as if she was trying to flirt her way into something more than just a conversation, aka a freak-off initiation. The baby said Diddy told everyone else to leave the room, leaving only him, Beyonce, Jay in there.
Beyonce, I was at a party at Diddy crib in LA. This was the beginning of 2020. You know what I mean? Diddy had put everybody else out the crib, like the influx of people he had put them out. But he had took a liking to me in particular around the time, man. It was really, you know what I mean, like putting his arm around me.
Right.
So he had put majority of the people out, but he allowed me to stay in there. Me and, you know, maybe about 15 others, you know.
Right.
Jay-Z and Beyonce being, you know, two of the other 15 people in the room. So that'll just put it into perspective of the type of company I was in at the moment, you know. And she came over and introduced herself to me like as if she had to. Beyonce, cut it out. But I'm a big fan of your work, you know what I'm saying? Whoop the whoop, and that was just dope. That was dope as hell to me, man. That was dope.
But it doesn't stop there, y'all. Do y'all remember the time Diddy made the members of Da Band walk 4 hours to downtown New York to get him a cheesecake from the cheese factory instead of just taking a car? Well, according to Freddie P, that cheesecake was for Beyonce, not Diddy.
Okay, fun fact a lot of people don't know. That cheesecake we went and got was for Beyonce. She was upstairs the whole time. What we was talking about again? Hold on. Yeah, that's a fun fact people don't know. People like, y'all walked to get a cheesecake. It was for Beyonce. I'll do it again. But yeah, because at first he was like, I want some cheesecake. But we took all night to do the process, right? So when we got back, it was like 4 or 5 in the morning. And me and Dallon got back first. Let me tell you how green these niggas is. So I'm the type of nigga, I listen to everything you say as if it's a contract.
Now it's important to keep in mind that this info is alleged, but people seem to believe it's real. Some people are even telling Kim and Beyonce to pay up that $100 million, since Chris doesn't want to do it because they stand to lose more than her. After all, they are the ones allegedly in those tapes, not Chris. One person said, if this is true, he knows exactly what he's doing. They are living under the same roof. So in California, it's a common law marriage, and the 10-year mark is a magic number. He will walk away with a huge payday. I'm sure he has signed some type of NDA, but he still will get paid. Another person said she wanted a young lover, so she got one, and that came at a cost. He knows all their secrets, which are worth a fortune on the market. Either she pays him or the world learns what the Kardashians are really like. I don't feel sorry for Chris at all. But now I want to know your thoughts. What do y'all think about Corey reportedly blackmailing Chris with Kim and Bey's tapes? And do you even believe that Kim and Beyonce are in the Diddy tapes? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and don't forget to click here to watch this other messy video.